Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Pranita Rao, and today we're going to talk about how our energy can affect our mood and what can you do about it, especially if you're in a crowded place. So if you're somebody who is sensitive to emotions, sensitive to feelings, thoughts of yourself and others, and you feel a lot, you feel deeply, and you don't know how to navigate such situations, especially if you are in a crowded environment, like you're in a temple, you're in a crowded office space, you're in a I wanted to say jungle, but then I realized it's not crowded unless there are too many animals. But jokes aside, if you are, say, in a crowded gym, for example, today I was in a dance studio and there were many people, and I was not in a place where my energy levels were really high before I started the dance class. And I was quite aware that my energy levels were not high, but because it's dance and I love dancing, I felt, what the hell, I'm sure it'll be fine. Um, so I started dancing, but I think 45 minutes into the dance, I felt absolutely um, sort of out of place, spacey, and it was very difficult for me to um, stay present. And when I say stay present, I mean to stay with my body and to stay with my own energy. I could sense that I was absorbing other people's energy, and I was sort of taking in all the thoughts and stress of the people around me. And it was difficult because at the same time I was dancing, I was hopping, and I was sort of I was doing too many things. And for my nervous system, it felt like, oh, I have to focus on this, I have to focus on this, I have to focus on this, I have to focus on this. Uh, and that can be quite jarring. Um, and similarly, if you are in a situation where you have to focus, like your nervous system has to focus on multiple things because you pick up on others' energy, emotions, thoughts, it can leave you feeling overstimulated, overwhelmed, and feeling foggy as well, like I was feeling today. And this is after I called in a lot of angelic support. As someone with experience with working with Reiki and angels and energy, I tend to call on my angels quite often to help me or manage my energy and to create energetic boundaries. And although I did that today, but it was so crowded. Uh, and because angelic frequency is slightly higher than ours, I think they were not able to fully intercede. Uh, but angels are a tool that I use. You could have a different tool for yourself. Maybe you use grounding techniques, or you use the white light or the pink light, whatever it may be, or the purple light, even, or the flame, golden flame, or something else. But sometimes things don't work, right? Like spiritual tools don't work. So what do you do in such situations? Um, and I feel the best way to handle such situations is to reflect as to why we got into this situation first. So when I got back from the dance class, I was wondering and asking myself as to why did I go today when I knew that I did not have a high energy levels. Um, and I'd gone for an upper body workout yesterday, and my body was sore. So I knew that my body's ability to sort of dance was there, but it didn't have the ability to take that push uh, and take that intensity. And I could have told myself that I needed the rest today and stopped, but I did not because I was so excited. So, this is to say that if you are somebody who is in a situation where it's very crowded, it's very overwhelming, and you have a choice to not be a part of that situation, I encourage you to take a day off, um, be partially part of the situation, maybe like do a virtual call on that day, or don't go to that temple, or don't go to that crowded place. Protect your energy, protect your sensitivity, protect your emotions, uh, also protect your being, because I think in such on such days you really require to nurture yourself and be soft with yourself. And it's really important to give ourselves those reminders from time to time. uh, and I know that as a highly sensitive person and sensitive person, we might always be living in a push and pull as to do something or not to do something. Do we have this relationship? Do we not have this relationship? Do we take on this project? Do we not take on this project? Do we indulge in this food or not indulge in this food? Do we do this exercise or not do this exercise? Etc. And this push and pull is mainly because a part of us enjoys doing, say, said thing or said activity. For example, just going to the office even when it's crowded, or going to the temple when we know it's crowded, or just anything that involves a lot of stimulation, basically. But this is the push part. But the pull part is where we also know that by doing said activity, we can feel stimulated, we can feel overwhelmed, and we can feel as though we are not in our body, we are not present, and we have bombarded ourselves with external energy and emotion. Um, and I think the best way to deal with such a push and pull is to just pause for a minute and reflect on what's important, whether it's the push as to having that activity in your life, or the pull that is to um, say no to that activity. And sometimes it's hard. Maybe you have to compromise, and I understand that, um, to compromise when you don't want to. But I also feel as though that compromise is not really a compromise when you're doing it for your body, for your energy, for your mental well-being, and for your overall peace of mind. um, because what happens is, when you do indulge in said activity and you end up being extremely stimulated and overwhelmed, it lingers. For example, today after I got back from the dance class, that feeling of feeling drained out, of almost my entire energy being sucked out of my body, lingered for 3 hours after I came back from the dance class. And that's a lot of time. I mean, I could have done so much in that time. I could have finished a lot of work, but I was not able to because I just wanted to sit and do nothing. uh, and it's a very common experience for people who are higher on the sensitivity scale to feel as though they need to cut off from everything and just be in a place and not do anything, because their nervous system feels as though, hey, but you made me do so much activity for such a long time, I need a break now, you cannot make me do anything else. And that's a moment where we must recognize that we have done something that has pushed us over our limits. uh, and I say this quite cautiously because although I have known that I am a sensitive and a highly sensitive person for the past 3.5 years, and I'm a coach for sensitive people, highly sensitive people, painters, spiritual seekers, and healers, and I offer angelic Reiki services for emotional and energetic well being. But I still have days where I feel as though I've had this whole push and pull experience where the whole activity is almost romanticized. Like going to the dance class is romanticized, right? And I get attracted to it and then I go there, but it doesn't really serve me well. And because I'm a human being, that does happen from time to time, and not every day. I do protect my energy quite um, aggressively, but some days it's not even like a bad thing that's creating a stimulation. It's something you really enjoy, and that can also create stimulation. Um, and so is the life of a highly sensitive person or a sensitive person. But I do not want you to think as though it's a negative only, because high sensitivity and having higher levels of sensitivity means you have gifts. Gifts like higher empathy, higher compassion levels, higher knowing, higher understanding, higher levels and capacity to love yourself and others and all living uh, organisms in the world, including plants, animals, insects, and that's beautiful. Uh, so, if you are somebody who is sort of overwhelmed by the amount of energy or external information that you're bombarded by, I just want you to remind yourself that you also have gifts. You can be a great listener, you can empathize with people, you can be compassionate, you can be loving and nurturing with yourself and others. You can be highly creative, highly intuitive, highly psychic, and it's beautiful to perceive the world as a sensitive and a highly sensitive person as well. And I don't want to disregard that and make this video as a video where I'm just dissing being sensitive or highly sensitive. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I'm definitely trying to raise awareness about how it feels in real time and space to be sensitive and highly sensitive by giving an example of my own. Um, I hope this video resonates with you if you are a sensitive person who goes through sort of a wave of energy levels, and it's mismanaged, or it's not fully like you still aren't in a place where you have the right tools to support your energy and emotions, or you feel as though you don't know how to manage your sensitivity and what is your sensitivity, and what is your intuition, or what are your gifts. And I have been in that place, I was in that place and still am in that place, because I, since the past 5 years, have been in a very intense search for answers, learning about my gifts and learning about my unique potential as a soul, as a human being. um, and it can sort of leave you feeling extremely curious but also extremely anxious. And I understand that and I empathize with that as well. So, which is why I started coaching highly sensitive people and sensitive people globally, because I knew that if I was in that place of extreme fear and anxiety and panic for a few years, that was from the time of 2019, I'd actually say 2017 to 2023. um, it was really harsh. And I know the amount of fear and anxiety somebody can go through when they don't know about their sensitivity, they don't know about their gifts. And I truly empathize with that because I've lived through that, and have sort of come out of that extreme degree of fear and anxiety. And because I have been able to sort of navigate my life to a different sphere and path, I feel deeply to support highly sensitive people, painters, spiritual seekers, and healers around the globe. Uh, because I know that there are many special, unique, and when I say special, I don't mean special, but really gifted people who need me, who need the information, education, and expertise that I have and have gained through various courses, educational centers, teachers, coaches, and most importantly, my own self work and experience. Um, so if you feel called out to learn about your gifts, your sensitivity, and you're highly motivated to invest not just through energy, through emotions, uh, through your willpower, but even monetarily, for a long term coach to step into your life and help you evolve and help you grow and move out of a place of uh, fear and anxiety and overwhelm, and most importantly, a sense of not understanding or knowing what's happening with you, and shift to a place of self love and self understanding and self care and softness. I invite you to join me on a free clarity call where we can discuss your challenges around your problems specific to sensitivity or energy problems or emotional problems. And I will do my best to come to your support. If that sounds like something you're looking for, the link for it is in the description of this video. Please feel free to reach out to me. And please know that you are not alone, and that many others like you have walked this path, are walking this path, will walk this path. And I know that it might seem really unfair to be in so much pain and suffering, which is actually, I would not even deny that. Uh, and I'm saying that not to be harsh, but I don't want to be the person who sort of experiences harshness and then denies that it wasn't harsh. I don't want to be that guru of sort, uh, which is why I'm saying that I understand your pain and suffering. And yes, I empathize with it. And yes, I do feel it's unfair. Um, because we're not in a environment from our childhood where we have been taught about sensitivity or high sensitivity. We're given the tools, whether it's energetic tools, emotional tools, spiritual tools, that each individual requires to support themselves. And honestly, it's overwhelmingly sad. Um, but I would also say that now we're living in a world where there are people like me who recognize that and are coming up and showing up as themselves to make an impact and change this monstrous reality that it is. Uh, that's me, anyway. You should know I'm a very chatty person, so I can go on continuing talking in this video. Uh, but I would have to say bye now. And I hope you're taking good care of yourself and that you are staying bright and shine regardless of what's happening with you today. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please do drop a like, share on this video, and please do subscribe to my channel. I make a lot of educational content about art, sensitivity, spirituality, and angels. I'm sure there is something in it for you. Otherwise, I doubt if you would have found my channel. Um, so, thank you. And thank you for staying with me until the end and listening to what I had to say patiently. Um, I really appreciate that because I understand that learning about sensitivity can be quite triggering and almost as though a barrier, we have to go through a barrier to learn about our sensitivity, a very uncomfortable barrier for some people. I felt that way. I don't know about you. And if you did, I'm sorry. I really am. But maybe you had to hear this. Uh, and I hope it helps you so that your uh, life gets better. Thank you. Bye.